Previously on Lovekami Divinity stage. It was an event stage in Akihabara, this where the main audition would be held. In 5th place, Kagura Amazu. Next up, 2nd place, Shuri Kishoden. I, Sarah Benzaiten, will be retiring as a divine idol. Konnichiwa Guys, and welcome to Lovekami Divinity stage. So we are here right now at Shuri's story, so let's continue where we left off. But that evening, before I could ask Sarah, I got a message from Shuri. My sister answered. I'm sorry I worried you, everything is okay now. Okay. Well, I'm glad it worked out at least. I bet Shuri was relieved to hear from her sister. Now she can focus on practicing to get ready for the audition. Oh, okay. The audition for L-Star 7 are now underway. The 5 goddesses who made it through the qualifier are facing off for the crown. There she is. My sister was up on the big Akihabara screen again today. Replacing Sarah's retirement statement, this announcement was for the main auditions. Rather than Sarah's bright cheerfulness, she was popular with her cold, strong demeanor. People said she looked just as good in men's attire, and honestly, she had a ton of girlfriends. Ooh, so like a big sister. But that's not what she's really like. The sister I know is a kind goddess, full of warm-hearted compassion. She can be harsh, but not just that. She can be really thoughtful too. Because I love her so much, I wanted to stand beside her, so I thought I could join L-Star 7. I thought it was a good idea. I figured she'd be happy, but I was just being silly, I know that now. I took out my smartphone and looked at her message again. Shuri, you could never be a divine idol. Withdraw your audition entry. How mean! Wow, okay, Bishamon 10 is a not very nice sister here. Not congratulations, no good job. Instead, she sent a cold order. They were harsh words, negating everything I did with Lovekami. Of course, I thought I should try to explain. I had faith she would understand if we could just ask. I can't read anymore. But she was too busy to answer her phone, and she wouldn't respond to my texts. I really just wanted to meet and talk face to face, but she said we couldn't, so I gave up. Could it? Why didn't you talk to me first? You just went and did it. Now it's my problem. I guess we are now Shuri and we read a conversation with her sister. She was angry. Not only that, she flat out said I was causing her problems. Being in the audition was causing problems for her. I guess maybe the sister of an active L-Star 7 member signing up might cause some trouble. I could have figured it out if I had just thought about it a little.
どうしよう。お姉ちゃんを怒らせちゃった。
Oh, what am I going to do? I got her in trouble. She looks so sad. I know she told me to quit because she's angry. But I don't want to quit after coming so far. I made it through the qualifier, I don't want to stop now.
お願い、私の話を聞いて。
Please, just listen to what I have to say. I knew if I could just talk, she'd understand. Saying a little prayer, I sent the message.
わかった。電話で話す時間を取ろう。
Fine, I'll find the time for a phone call. Yes! That's the way to go, Shuri.
ありがとう。私、ずっと待ってるね。
Thank you, I'll be waiting.
家で待てばよかったかな。
Maybe I should have waited at home. I chose this park for a quiet spot to talk. I've been waiting for her call for about 2 hours now. People slowly disappeared from the Akihabara streets.
お姉ちゃん、まだかな。
Still nothing. I hated waiting like this alone. If I called Yamato, I bet he'd come running.
ダメダメ。ヤマトにばっかり頼っちゃう。
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't keep asking Yamato for everything. I couldn't let myself depend too much on him. I could trust him, but he wouldn't be there forever. Sooner or later, he'd leave. I had to prepare myself for that now.
作詞。
Oh, it's ringing. Cool. Okay, Sis finally called me.
もしもし、シュリ。私だ。
Hello, Shuri. It's me. It'd been so long since I'd heard her voice. Even over the phone, it was soothing.
時間がない。簡潔に頼む。
I don't have much time. Keep it short. Wow,
ご
very
めん、お
unfriendly.
姉ちゃん。オーディションのことなんだけど。
I'm sorry, sis. So listen about the audition.
そのことならメッセージで伝えた通りだ。すぐにエントリーを取り下げなさい。
If that's what this is about, I already told you. Withdraw now.
でも、
Wow.
私続けたいの。オーディションに合格して、お姉ちゃんの隣で歌いたい。
But I want to keep going. I want to win this audition and sing with you.
お前の気持ちは分かった。だが、神様アイドルはそう甘くないぞ。
I
シュリが想像している以上に厳しい世界だ。
understand that, but it's not easy being a divine idol. It's so much harder than you can imagine.
シュリ、お前は本当に優しい子だ。この厳しい業界でやっていけるとは思えない。
Shuri, you're such a sweet girl. I just don't think you can handle this industry. It's too harsh.
オーディション予選を経験して、神様アイドルがどれだけ大変か理解しただろう。さらに先に進めば、心身ともに負担は増大するぞ。
You went through the qualifier. Didn't that show you how hard being a divine idol is? If you keep going, the stress will only get worse. It really is hard to be a divine idol. Having tried it, I fully understood. Her warning wasn't needed.
それなら、お姉ちゃんはどうなの？
Well, if that's the case, then what about you?
シュリ、
Huh?
サラさんが辞めて、もっと大変になるはずだよ。お休みだって全然ないみたいだし、今回だって。
After Sarah retires, it's only going to get worse for you. You haven't had a day off in ages. I've wanted to talk, but I could never get hold of her. It's not that she was ignoring me, she was just too busy.
私は平気だ。観覧シンクにくじけるほど軟弱ではないからな。
I'm fine, I'm not so weak. I'd let a little suffering break me.
だが、シュリは違うだろう。お願いだ。これ以上私に心配をさせないでほしい。
But you're not like that, right? Please, I'm begging you. Don't make me worrying about you. So she's just a very caring person. Well, that's why she's so cold. She is caring about Shuri, but in a very unfriendly and cold way, so... Thanks, I guess? I'm not sure.
そろそろ時間のようだ。神様アイドルなんてやめるんだ。頼む、シュリ。
And it looks like I'm out of time. Quit all this divine idol stuff. Please, Shuri. Wait. But she hung up on me without another word. I wanted to talk more, but I knew she was really busy with Sarah quitting and all. I could see she had so much to do she couldn't even talk, which was likely one reason why she didn't want me joining. I know she's just worried about me. But she's also being overprotective. She always treats me as her kid sister. She was always standing and fighting like she was protecting me. Always so strong, I looked up to her for that. I thought it would be so nice to be like her. And someday I hoped we could support each other as sisters. I guess to her I'm still just a helpless kid. That was why she felt like she couldn't rely on me. She wouldn't let me fight alongside her. That thought made me so sad. Oh, poor Shuri. Poor Shuri. I knew I had to show her that I had grown. That I was someone she could depend on. I'm sorry. Her voice sounded tired. With Sarah gone, she has so much more responsibility. She might even be the next center. If so, then things would definitely get harder. Everyone relies on Sarah, but at the same time, she can get people to do what she wants. There's no way Sis will be able to do it so well. No matter how hard things get, she'll try to do it all alone. As her sister, I understood that much. That's just the way she is. So that means I have to be there to help her out. She wouldn't let anyone else help, so I had to stay by her side. And so I had to hurry. This time it was my turn to protect my big sister. Just getting into L-Star 7 won't be enough. That's just a means to an end. Just a checkpoint on the journey. I wouldn't be her weak little sister. I'd become a comrade in arms. And to do that, I had to achieve my first goal. I'm not ready. I have to get stronger. My hopes grew stronger, deeper. I could not lose this fight. I would win, and I would be chosen as the next member of L-Star 7. We finished another chapter, cool. Whenever I had free time, I spent by the practice spot. Kagura usually works afternoons, so she couldn't come, so I pretty much only ever watched Shuri practice. Today she was dance training, no singing. She was wearing her school uniform, not her idol costume. Shuri itself knew that Kagura was a better dancer, so she was working on that weak point. Pant, poof, gasp. Yeah. Good work! Here's your towel. Thanks. Shuri wiped herself down, still out of breath. You are really working hard today. That dance was smoking. I'm nowhere near ready. Kagura can do better without breaking a sweat. You may be right, but really, do you have to aim that high? Of course I do. Shuri's voice grew rough. She was worn out, body and mind. It's good to work hard, but don't overdo it. If you hurt yourself, you'll be out of this audition. I know. She hadn't even caught her breath, but she went back to practice. Shuri seemed somehow savage, like she was being driven by something. Wow.
Oi! Shuri!
Hey, Shuri! It was evening and Kagura came by after work.
練習頑張ってるみたいだね。
It looks
う
like...
ちのお客さんにも噂になってたよ。
I'm sorry again. It looks like you're really practicing hard. Our customers are even talking about it. Shuri had practiced from morning till evening. I don't think she practiced so long even during the qualifier. People are starting to talk, huh? But even so, there isn't much of an audience here.
ああ、なんかガチだったから近寄れる雰囲気じゃなかったって。
Apparently, it's way too serious around here. People are scared to come.
シュリー、今もちょっと顔怖いよ。ほら、笑って笑って。
Shuri, you looked kinda scary just now. Come on, give us a smile. Smile.
神様アイドルは笑顔が基本だったかしら。
What was it you said? Divine idols are always supposed to smile?
そういうこと。もう、私が散々教えたのに、もう忘れちゃったの？
Exactly. Oh, I worked so hard to teach you and you already forgot? Shuri had always smiled performing on the streets, but that was because she honestly enjoyed it. She hadn't been very good at flashing her smile at fans as a Divine Idol though. I remember clearly how that had been a problem when they first formed their duo, and Kagura had really trained her on it.
カウラは練習に来たの？なら交代するけど。
Kagura, did you come to practice? If so, I'll switch out.
で、そのまま帰っちゃうつもり？せっかく一緒になったんだし、久しぶりにラブカミでやろうよ。
What? You're just going to go home? Come on, we're here together. Let's be Lovekami again for a while. If it's just for a little while, why not? You could even help each other's weak points. Unfortunately, explaining little details of technique was beyond me. Shuri must have realized this, since she simply agreed to their suggestion.
よーし、それじゃいくよ。
Alright then, let's go!
ミュージックスタート。
Start the music! They took their poses, then started dancing in unison. English. Mother tongue German. I think it's unison. I asked Google. After all their practice as a duo, Shuri and Kagura were in perfect sync. Lovekami wasn't fading. That made me so happy I couldn't stop watching them. You two were great out there. When they finished their song, I offered some words of encouragement, but Kagura didn't look at me. She was staring at Shuri, troubled.
シュリー、今のはどういうこと？
Shuri, what was that supposed to be?
どういうことって言われても、ミスはなかったと思うけど。
What are you talking about? I didn't make a single mistake.
さっき言ったばっかでしょ？神様アイドルは笑顔が基本って。
Didn't I just tell you again? A divine idol is always supposed to smile.
歌って踊るだけなら練習すれば誰だってできるの。そこに笑顔と思いを乗せてこそ神様アイドル。
Anyone...
さっきのシュリ全然できてなかったじゃない。
I'm so sorry. Anyone can dance and sing if they practice, but putting her heart and soul into it and smiling is what makes a divine idol. Shuri, you didn't do that at all just now. But this was just practice. Is it really necessary?
練習だからこそちゃんとやるんだよ。練習でできないことが本番でできるはずないでしょ。
She has to do it because it's practice. If she can't do it now, how can she do it when it's showtime? Kagura was right. You have to treat practice like it's the real deal. Even if there isn't anyone there to watch, you have to perform like there's an audience.
そんなんじゃみんな楽しくなってくれないよ。応援なんてしてくれなくなっちゃうんだから。
If you perform like that, no one will have any fun. No one will want to support you.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
練習だからって いい加減なことしないで。それとも何？シュリの本気はあの程度だってこと？
Don't do it half-assed just because it's practice. Or are you going to tell me that was the best you could do?
せっかくチャンスをつかんだんだもん。頑張ろうよ。
We've got a...
ね、シュリ。
I can't. We've got a real chance now. Let's really go for it. Right, Shuri? Yeah. Even after Kagura tried to cheer her up, Shuri still couldn't smile. The more she focused on it, the harder it became. Shuri's expression grew even more grim, and that smile she used to have on the streets was nowhere to be seen. Ooh, she's very, very sad. Oh, it's getting very late now. Yeah, it's getting dark.
それじゃあ、今日はこれにて解散ということで。
Okay then, I guess let's call it a day.
お疲れ様でした。
Good work out there. It was getting late, so they wrapped up practice and went their separate ways. But Shuri just stood there messing with her phone. Shuri, aren't you going home?
もうちょっといる。
Oh, no. I'm going to stick around for a bit.
スマホのゲームもほどほどにしなきゃダメだよ。練習がおろそかになっちゃうし。
Don't get hooked on those games, okay? You start to forget to practice.
わかった。
Got it. Oh, she's so sad. Shuri answered, but she didn't look at Kagura.
じゃあ、お先。ヤマト、一緒に帰ろう。
Okay then, bye. Yamato, walk me home. Oh, yeah, okay. I was worried about Shuri, but Kagura pulled me away and we left.
ねえ、今のシュリってやばくない？
Hey, do you think Shuri's alright? Kagura asked with a worried look, after finally letting go of my arm.
ずーっとムスッとした顔だったし、あんなの私の大好きなシュリじゃないよ。
She's always got that mad look on her face. She's not the same old lovable Shuri anymore. Yeah, there's something weird going on. I wonder what happened.
そういうプライベートな話、シュリはあんまり言ってくれないんだよね。こっちが聞こうとすると怒るし。
She's not really one to talk about her private life, is she? She always gets angry when I ask. Shuri had always kept people from getting too deep into her affairs. That's why Kagura was so afraid to ask now.
とにかく今のままじゃ絶対ダメだよ。放っておいたら大変なことになると思う。
Whatever happened, she can't keep going like this. I think there's going to be big trouble if we don't do something.
だからさ、ヤマトが注意深く見守ってくれない？
So, could you maybe keep a close eye on her? Well, yeah, but I'm already doing that. Do they already know about Shuri's sister? I'm not sure right now.
それは神様アイドルのシュリを見守ってるってことでしょ？私が言いたいのはそうじゃなくて。
You're watching out for Shuri the Divine Idol, right? That's not what I'm talking about.
一人の女の子、必勝点シュリのことをちゃんと見ててほしいの。
I want you to look out for the girl, Shuri Kishoten.
本当は私が友達として支えてあげたいんだけど、今のシュリにとって私は戦うべき相手だから、多分心を開いてくれないと思うんだよね。
As her friend, I really want to help her myself. But right now, I think Shuri sees me more as an opponent. I thought she'd open up to me.
だからお願いヤマト、シュリの助けになってあげて。
So, I'm asking you, Yamato. Be there for her. Okay, yes ma'am. Right, Shuri is important to me too. I'll watch out for her for both our sakes.
頼んだからね。いい雰囲気になったらチューとかしちゃってもいいから。
I'm counting on you, and if things start feeling right, you can go kiss her if you like. What? Why should I kiss her? Where did that come from? Yeah, it's a surprise.
ヤマトだって男の子だしね。そういうご褒美があった方がやる気出るでしょ?
Well, you're a guy. With that kind of incentive, you'll try harder. Why you... But you're not wrong.
自分の唇じゃないと安売りできていいね。
Wait till Shuri hears that. Ooh, it's going to be very interesting now.
ごめん、嘘です。シュリが聞いたらマジ叩かれるし、許して。
Don't come so close, please, okay? Oh no, wait. Come on. If you tell Shuri I said that, she'll seriously kill me. I'm just joking. Thank you for worrying about her. It really makes me glad.
何それ。シュリの彼氏みたいな言い方。
You're sounding like her boyfriend for real. You're one to talk. The two of us are turning into her guardian angels.
まったく。世話が焼けるよね。うちのツンデレお姫様は。
Oh, she really can be a pain, our prickly little princess. Just between us, that's kind of her best point.
ほんとそう。シュリは素直じゃないところが超可愛い。あれはずるいと思う。
It really is. It's so cute how she can't just admit how she feels. It's almost cheating. Clearly, Kagura and I were in agreement about Shuri's charms. But of course, that wasn't the issue. I had to watch out for her, as she was clearly going through trouble. Oh, sorry, I just looked at the camera. How?
やっぱり私、まだまだなのかな。
I guess I'm really not ready yet. Kagura had really struck a nerve at practice today. She was probably much better suited to being a divine idol than I ever could be. She always thought about how to put fans and their enjoyment first, and it genuinely made her happy.
カグラは自覚してないかもしれないけどね。すっごい強敵だよ。
Okay, we are again in Shuri's position. Kagura might not realize it herself, but she's a really tough opponent. Clearly, singing and dancing could only go so far. So the better I got, the more important it became to find some other way to compete. There was something about Kagura that charmed people, something special that I didn't have.
でも、私は平凡な神様だから、みんなより何倍も努力するしかない。
But that just means that as an average goddess, I'll have to try harder than anyone else. I could practice harder than anyone. Kagura was working on her skills at work too. We were both still amateurs, and so that would be our real contest. So that's what I have to bet it all on.
時間がない。練習を再開しないと。
I don't have any time to spare. I have to keep practicing. I started practicing again in the darkened park.
笑えない私にはこの暗さがちょうどいい。
I can't smile, so the darkness suits me just fine. Why does she get so emo? Stop, Shuri, you are not emo. Please stop. Nothing against emos, but come on. I can't smile. Smiling is for Kagura. Wanting to forget that truth for a moment, I danced into darkness. In the sleepless Akihabara streets, this is where I found the darkness that I needed.
わかってるよ。全部。
I get it, all of it. I knew without Kagura having to tell me. But just like people, goddesses couldn't change in an instant. All I could do was to keep living life to its fullest right now. Is Shuri really okay? The way she'd been acting had got me worried. Was it alright to leave her on her own? If I didn't do something to help her soon, it might be too late. Sorry, it's so late. There's something I need to ask you about. Can I call you? Maybe I was being paranoid, but I decided to text Shuri anyway. I didn't have to wait long for a reply.
お腹すいた、助けて。
So hungry. Help. Every girlfriend ever. So hungry. Help. Are you at home?
公園。
park. Why is she still there? I'd been right to worry after all. In fact, I felt like it'd been too naive before. If Shuri was at the park, she must have been practicing. Had she not stopped since I saw her last? All kinds of worst case scenarios started flooding into my head. I dashed out of the house and headed towards the park. On the way, I stopped at the convenience store and get some supplies. What is she thinking? I bought whatever I saw and thought I'd need it. Judging by her text, Shuri was probably in pretty bad condition by now. Shuri! When I arrived, I found Shuri sitting on a bench in a corner of the park. Yamato, you came. What do you think you are doing here at this hour? Just practicing? Do you even know what time it is? It's not safe for a girl to be out this late. Oh, sorry. Right, I am a girl, aren't I? Sometimes I forget. You forget your own gender! Girl! You kidding me? Jeez, get a hold of yourself. Shuri spoke like she didn't really know what she was saying. Here, I got some food and stuff. Take whatever you like. Thanks, Yamato. I love you. That's surprising. She just said that she loves Yamato. Finally! Wow, that's not the kind of thing you should go saying to just anyone. Normally Shuri would never say something like that. The fatigue must have been getting to her. I know that I'm a girl after all, aren't I? She casually shrugged off my rebuke. By now, Shuri's attention was totally focused on the idea of food as she intently rummaged through the convenience store bag. I guess I'll take the rice ball then, the salmon one. Sure, go ahead, take your time and eat slowly. Thanks. Actually, she said something like in German Mahlzeit. I don't know how to say it in English, but yeah. Judging by the way she tore into her rice ball, Shuri must have been really starving. As I watched over her, I once more got the feeling that something wasn't right. Seriously, what were you thinking? I spoke up after giving her some time to catch her breath. Breathe. Sorry if I scared you. If you are, then stop pushing yourself so hard. It's not just me, Kagura is worried about you too. Really? Huh. She acts like such an airhead, but she actually pays attention to what's going on. Unlike me, Shuri stared absently at her half-eaten rice ball while muttering those self-depreciating words. Come on, it's not like you to talk like that. Really, you don't think so? But then, what is like me? How do people see Shuri Kishoten? Is that a question that you need people to tell you the answer to? Shuri was totally losing sight of herself. She was usually so full of confidence, but now it seemed like she'd just been acting tough the whole time. You're tired. She should take a break. Yeah, you should take a break. No, I can't waste precious time just resting. You need to take better care of yourself because time is precious. You look like you're about to keel over. Shuri's smile had vanished without a trace. It wasn't just when her fans were around. Even in her daily life, she seemed as if she was reaching breaking point. She'd never be able to carry on as a divine idol like this. But my sister, I have to help her or else. All of it will mean nothing if I can't pass this audition and join her in L-Star 7. Something had got Shuri really fired up. Everything she'd been bottling up burst out like a blazing flame. If I don't get serious, I won't even be a match for Kagura. There's nothing special about me, so all I can do is keep practicing. Kagura'd be mad if she heard you put yourself down like that. Hey Shuri, what's this really all about? Shuri's sister, Bishamonten, was already a member of L-Star 7. Was she some kind of trouble? My sister got angry at me. She said I'd never make it as a divine idol, that I should give up. Did she say why? I think she worries because I'm too inexperienced. Shuri told me all about what happened between her and her sister, and about how she was determined to pass the audition and do what she could to help Bishamonten. Do you understand now? Well, I get why you'd think that way, but practicing until you collapse won't help. This is an issue of practicing efficiently. I guess you're right. You're going through some hard times, huh, Shuri? Yes. Then ask someone for help. I'm right here, you know. But I'd feel bad for Kagura. Kagura said it herself. She told me she'd be fine and that she wanted me to keep an eye on you. Really? Really, Kagura said that, but why? See, you have been pushing yourself so hard, even your rivals want to help you. I'm not saying you shouldn't give it your all, just don't try to do everything alone. You've got friends you can turn to, like me and Kagura. Shuri was worried about the auditions and about her sister. She just had too many things weighing on her mind. When it all got too much for her, she must have been when she got so obsessed with practice. She'd been blinded to the fact that she was only doing herself harm. Would you really help me? Of course, I wanted to do that. I can to support you. In that case, Shuri gently slumped against me. Kagura's my rival, so now you're the only one. Let me lean on you a while. Shuri leaned in close and buried her face in my shoulder. Gripping my clothing tightly, she started to let out quiet sobs. Poor Shuri, really poor Shuri. I'm so sad right now. Shuri was crying. Obviously she didn't want me to see, but there was no way to hide it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cry. I'm not watching, so cry as much as you like. Thank you, Yamato. I looked away to give Shuri some sense of privacy. Wow, you can still see the stars even from here in the city. Looking up, I could see several stars in the sky. The stars weren't much to look at, but they shone resolutely. I'll always be here for you, Shuri. Well, do our best together, and you'll pass the audition. Right. Shuri raised her head and joined me in looking at the stars. There's a lot of them, huh? We'd probably see a lot more if we went out to the countryside. It's okay, I like it like this. Right now, this kind of night sky is enough for me. Let's watch the stars again together, when I have learned to shine even brighter. Sounds good. I look forward to it. Me too. A very romantic moment with Shuri. And we're gonna end this episode here. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed and see you next time. Sayonara und bis dann. Ciao.